Hello students, in previous lecture we discussed about the biography of Virginia Woolf. In this lecture we will talk about the literary works of Virginia Woolf. Several years before marrying Leonard, Virginia had begun working on her first novel. The original title was Malibrosia. After 9 years and innumerable drafts, it was released and in 1915 as The Voice Out. Woolf used the book to experiment with several literary tools, including compelling and unusual narrative perspective, dream states, and free association prose. 2 years later, the Wolf bought a used printing press and established Hogarth Press. Their own publishing house operated out of their home, Hogarth House. Virginia and Leonard published some of their writings as well as the work of Sigmund Freud, Catherine Maxwell, and T.S. Eliot. A year after the end of World War I, the Woolfs purchased Monk's House, a cottage in the village of Rodmell in 1919. And that year, Virginia published Night and Day, a novel set in Edwardian England. Her third novel, Jacob's Room, was published by Hogarth in 1922. Based on her brother Thoby, it was considered a significant departure from her earlier novels with its modernist elements. That year, she met authors, poet, and landscape gardener Vita Sackville West, the wife of English diplomat Harold Nicolson. Virginia and Vita became a friendship that developed into a romantic affairs. Although their affairs eventually ended, they remained friends until Virginia Woolf's death. In 1925, Woolf received rare reviews from Mrs. Dalloway. Her fourth novel, the mesmerizing story, intervened interior monologue and raised issues of feminism, mental illness, and homosexuality in post-World War I England. Mrs. Dalloway was adapted in 1997 film starring Vanessa Redgrave and inspired the Hours, a 1998 novel by Michael Cunningham, and a 2002 film adaptation. Her 1928 novel, To the Lighthouse, was another critical success and considered revolutionary for its stream of consciousness storytelling. The modernist classic examines the subtext of human relationship through the lives of Ramsay family as they vacation on the Isle of Skye in Scotland. Woolf found a literary muse in Sackville West, the inspiration of Woolf's 1928 novel Orlando, which follows an English nobleman who mysteriously becomes a woman at the age of 30 and lives on for over 3 centuries of English history. The novel was a breakthrough for Woolf, who received critical praise for the groundbreaking work as well as a newfound level of popularity. In 1929, Woolf published A Room of One's Own, a feminist essay based on lectures she had given at Women's College, in which she examines women's role in literature. In the work, she sets forth the idea that a woman must have a money and a room for her own if she is to write fiction. Woolf pushed narrative boundaries in her next work, The Waves, which she described as a play poem written in the voices of 6 different characters. Woolf published The Years, the final novel published in her lifetime in 1937, about a family's history over the course of generation. The following year, she published Three Guineas, an essay which continued the feminist themes of a room of one's own and addressed fascism and war. Throughout her career, Woolf spoke regularly at colleges and universities, penned dramatic letters, wrote moving essays, and self published a long list of short stories. By her mid 40s, she had established herself as an intellectual, an innovative, and influential writer and pioneer feminist. Her ability to balance dreamlike scene with deeply tense plot lines earned her incredible respect from peers and the public alike. Despite her outward success, she continued to regularly suffer from bouts of depression and dramatic mood swings. Whose husband, Leonard, always by her side, was quite aware of any signs that pointed to his wife's descent into depression. He saw, as she was working on what would be her final manuscripts between the acts, that she was sinking into deepening despair. At the time, World War II was raging on, and the couple decided if England was invaded by Germany, they would commit suicide together, fearing that Leonard, who was Jewish, would be in particular danger. In 1940, the couple's London home was destroyed during the Blitz, the German bombing of the city. Unable to cope with her despair, Woolf pulled on her overcoat, filled its pockets with stones, and walked into the river on March 28, 1941. As she waded into the water, the stream took her with it. The authorities found her body 3 weeks later. Leonard Woolf had her cremated, and her remains were scattered at their home, Monk's House. Although her popularity decreased after World War II, Woolf's work resonated again with a new generation of readers during the feminist movement of the 1970s. Woolf remains one of the most influential authors of the 21st century.